All right. Welcome to this live edition of how to get a data analytics job. Now, the word of data analytics, someone will use the word is congested, but I would not use it as congested. I would say people see opportunity, they pounce on it. So there are lots of opportunity in this industry, and it's important that you take your chance as you see it. So people see the chances and they are taking it as it comes. So what I would advise is you go in and take the opportunity, take your own chance, grab your own while it is still hot. AI is making, results in the market now. Take what you can take while it is still hot. Data is the in thing. Come in. There are lots of job. There is something for you. Come on. Come and grab your own job in data. There is something for you. All right. So that brings us to today's job. We're going to talk about my journey, little bit of my journey in the world of freelancing before I started a full-time permanent job. The chat rooms are open for you to ask your question. You can always ask question anytime, any day. Even after the section, you can always ask question. So I am going to go straight and start talking about this. When I started out some years ago, the first two platforms I started with were Upwork and Fiverr. And truth is, these are world-class freelancing websites, and they give you what you need to start your journey as a data professional. Now, I have seen a lot of persons who come in and they set up their Upwork account or Fiverr account, and they try a few application and they run away. Why? Because they say there are no jobs there. I don't find any job. I can't find any job. It is not true. I have to be explicit with this. It is not true that there are no jobs there. On Upwork, there are lots of jobs, and on Fiverr, there are lots of jobs. And these are just two of so many freelancing uh, websites you can find out there. So I will tell you that there are lots of jobs. Now, when I started, I passed through this same challenge you're passing through. Because yeah, I understand that feeling. You finish your boot camp, you finish your training, you go there, you put out your CV, apply to the conventional job boards, go to company's website, apply, come to somebody say, come on Upwork, come on Fiverr, you come in, yet nothing changed. The same story. But I can tell you that every one of us passed through that. But when you start a journey and you have not gotten to your destination, do you stop? Tell yourself the truth. Do you stop? You obviously cannot stop. You will continue your journey because the destination is what matters. And you know what? Even the journey is also worth enjoying. So I will encourage you, don't stop. Just keep doing that thing you're doing. But remember, you apply to 100 jobs, you apply to 200 jobs. What you need to kickstart this your amazing career is just one job. Are you going to say because 200 has not worked out, therefore you should stop? No, you shouldn't. I have also seen situations where people apply to thousands of jobs before they're able to get one. The secret is in not giving up and keep updating your CV, keep applying to those jobs. Now I'm going to walk you through all the challenges I passed through and the ways you can actually approach this job and make headway on Upwork. So I say Upwork because that's my primary place. When I first got my breakthrough, my first job on Upwork, it was so sweet. I got that client. I saw that job. He is looking for someone to gather data, aggregate data from different sources across the continent of Africa. I reached out to the client, sent a message, sent a sample on my on my on my cover letter, I sent a sample that I am able to do this job. Now, this is something that is so easy to do, but it's going to take time. It's going to take the manual work. It's not a normal aggregation work. You have to do the data collection manually. But I quickly did one of them within my country, then I sent to him. He was like, okay, this guy looks like he is the real guy. So immediately he got it and he was like, okay, this is nice. Can you do this? Can you get me this? How much will you charge? I told him $15 per hour at the time. And when will you be able to finish this? I told him in 3 days' time. So within 3 days, I was able to accumulate 15 hours of job, and I was able to get him as many data as I could access for that particular job. And he was so impressed. And what did he do? He gave me my five star. And that 5 star was the beginning of this journey, this fantastic journey on Upwork. So immediately I got that 5 star, I felt pumped. I felt pumped up, like, oh, this is the time to push. That was a $225. Like, wow. Oh, okay. This thing works. Okay, I don't think I should stop now. I think I should push for it. This thing works. And that was when I kickstarted my journey on Upwork. But remember, before I got that first job, it took me months. Yeah, I worked for months before I could get that first job. I tried, and applied, but uh, applied, and then somehow, luckily, I got that one. And when I got it, that was the beginning of it. Then I kept on applying. Now the next one did not come at $15 per hour, it came at $12 per hour. But you know what? That was a 40-hour per week job, and it was just like a full-time job, full-time contract job. And you know what? That was just enough to pay my bills, give me some savings while I was still in Nigeria, and I mean, make me live a better life. And it was so fantastic. And what happened again? 3 weeks after, I got another one at $18, $17 per hour. And while I was still doing the one I was doing, you're allowed to do them. So I was doing one $12 per hour, the other one $16 per $18 per $17 per hour. And that it's I am and I have to do 40 hours per week. So I was practically working 80 hours per week. Guys, this it's the beauty of working on Upwork. And that was when everything started opening up. The more I made money, the more my job success score kept on rising, and the more clients kept on, my profile became so visible, and clients kept on coming to my profile, coming to my DM, asking, presenting me some job for me to apply. That was the beginning of the whole thing. But if I had given up the second month, I wouldn't have gotten to this point. You cannot give up. No, you cannot give up. And now, so I'm going to walk you through some of my journey. So let's hop on to Upwork. I want to assume you have an account. So you have an account on Upwork and you want to get that job. This is my account. It is a new account, even though I have about 2 jobs. So it is a new account. You have an account. The first thing you want to do is to ensure that you have your profile completion rate is at least 100%. It has to be 100%. So I will encourage you to ensure that you make sure it is 100%. And now from that point, now you notice you will not see data analytics here. What you're seeing is Power BI. And I'm going to click on it to go to my profile. Okay, so this account, Power BI, Google Sheet Automation, Azure, and GCP data engineer. I could also include AWS because, yes, I also work on AWS. And now you notice I was explicit. I was somehow I had to explicitly say what I do and the technology I use for my job. And this is very important, guys, for your job. It is very important that you, when you're setting up that your Upwork account, you set it up, you explain what you're doing, the technology you are using for your job, for your day-to-day job. So I set it up Power BI, Google Sheet, because this is the area where I have my strength. So if you are only an Excel user and you are good with Excel, put it there. Excel, Microsoft Excel expert. You have your client. The client will come looking for you. I can beat my chest that they will find you. Just be very good at what you do. Client will find you. They will find you. So don't try to mimic others when you don't have the right skill set. If you have the right skill set, of course, go and mimic people, but don't copy people. Don't go and copy what they have word for word. You have to be diplomatic, be reasonable with that, be smart about whatever you're copying and update your work. We learn from each other. But copywriting, Upwork takes copywriting very serious. So if I go to data analytics, you also see that's my other profile. You also notice Power BI, Looker Studio, Excel, and Google Sheets. And then the data engineering, that's why you see Azure, GCP, AWS, data engineer, ETL, and ELT. So now when anyone is searching for any of these keywords, I have the general one, I have the data engineering one, I have the data analytics one. They can easily find me. You see, that is expanding my view. Okay, now after that, the next thing I did was to set my rate, my per hour rate, and my per hour rate is $25 per hour. Choose what you want, choose what works for you. The fact that someone is in the United States and it sets $100 per hour does not mean that you in South Africa should also set that. Check your work area, check what works for you that you can comfortably say this with this amount, I can make a good living, a decent living, and have a lot of savings for myself and live a very decent life. Just start from there. When you start from there, you can grow. Don't just start from the top. Start from the bottom and grow yourself your way up. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on. Now, when I'm done with that, the next thing I want to do is to set up my description here, my profile. This is to tell the client the things I can do, explain it well. Now, in this place, you want to be intentional because you don't want to tell them that you don't want to make mistakes, be it spelling or grammatical mistake. Why? Because you want to make them understand that you pay attention to details. You are very meticulous in the things you do. So you want to ensure that you give it your best. Go straight to the point, say, highlight the things you do, make it readable, like you can see the space I gave. These were intentional so that the person who is reading it will happily read through. And the reading will be so easy for the client. And when they read, they're happy with what I am doing, they will contact me. All right, so that is that one. Now you notice that I have made $100. Like I said, it's a new account and it's two jobs, not one job. So one, it's this is hourly. The other one, it's a fixed budget. I am going to come to fixed budget in a bit. Okay, so let's move on. Now, when you come here, we have connects. Upwork uses the concept of connects to make money. For you to apply to any job, you need to have a connect. You use connect to apply to jobs. Now, every month, Upwork gives you a certain number of connects, which honestly, it's not enough to take you for the month. But you don't have to target all those connects. You can buy yours, which I always do. Trust me, it is not a wasted investment. When you buy your connect, keep on applying. When you get any job, it's going to just, you won't even remember the connect you bought for it, because it will be more than enough to cover for your pains or for your troubles. So I encourage you, buy connect, apply to jobs. Okay. Now I also have this availability. It doesn't just get on its own. If I keep it on, Upwork will charge me about 7 connects per week. So I left it on. That means every Monday, Upwork uses UTC time. Every Monday, Upwork will charge me $7, 7 connects, sorry. And that's it. Of course, 7 connect is still less than $1, anyways. And that's to keep me on. That means when clients search, they can easily find me. All right, so let's continue. Okay, so now here, this is where I had to state how many hours I am available per week. So I said I'm available more than 30 hours per week. So what this means is you're telling the client that you are available for full-time job up to 40 hours a week or even more than that. I have worked with a client that gave me unlimited hours per week to work. But of course, you need to show that you are working. So you shouldn't have any intent at all to cheat the clients. That is completely unacceptable by Upwork and shouldn't be acceptable by you. You should try and do the right thing. Okay, so of course I did my verification. My ID verification is done. My phone verification is done. Upwork uses this to know that they can trust you. You actually cannot withdraw your money or even apply to more jobs. After your first job, after you get your first job, you need to verify your ID. Otherwise, you cannot continue doing anything. So I have verified my ID. Sometimes Upwork does a video verification. So it's up to you. Okay, so of course, the schools I studied are here. My GitHub account, you can put your Stack Overflow. All these things is just to make it easy for clients to hire you. And then when you come here, I am on my all work. So you will see a portfolio I just added. I can add as many as possible, which I strongly recommend that you should add as many job that you have done, projects you have done as possible. Please do not add clients' projects here. Do not add clients' work here, except you get explicit or even written approval to use it. Please do not use it. If they allow you to use it, fine. But if they don't, please don't use it. Build personal projects and flood your portfolio. As I just have only one, this is not enough. Of course, this is not my primary source of income, so I am still taking my time to build a quality portfolio here. So I would recommend three, four, five, as many as possible in different industry. You will be all right. Okay, so create so many other profile. This is data analytics, data engineering, and this is just for all. Okay, so let's move on. Now, this is the job I have done, and these are the clients. They gave me 5-star reviews. So one is fixed term, fixed price, and the other one is hourly. Now, fixed price has to do with a fixed budget. The client fixes the job at a certain price, which when you bid, you can actually say, okay, you said you're gonna pay $60, but I think this job is worth $100 by my own timing. So by my own skill set and the quality I want to give. Therefore, I am putting it at $100. Client can still contact you. So don't underprice yourself. But remember, you're not the only one competing for this job. So you can put it there. If they're happy, they will contact you so that they will know what you really want to give. With this boldness that you have, what do you really want to give? They want to know that. So that fixed contract or fixed budgets, it's usually a great place to start. This is because when they finish it, one-time projects, it's a good way to build your portfolio. As soon as you finish it and they're happy with you, what happened is that the clients will give you their review, and this review is important for you. Reviews are super important for you. So as soon as you get this review, you use it. They will show there when clients come, they are happy. Oh, you have 5-star reviews. They contact you for jobs. Okay. Then hourly rate is more like hourly rate based depending, just like the way I fix here. It doesn't have to be days. I can charge more than this, I can charge lower than this, but this is my normal hourly rate. If anyone wants to contact me, they look at it here. It gives them an overview of what I'm likely going to charge. Now let's go to the front. Now this is the jobs. If you want to go to the proposal you have written, jobs you have applied before, you click on proposal. I have 3 proposals here. If I click on it, it opens to my proposals, and you can see I have 3 submitted proposals. This I submitted just last night. You can see 16 hours ago. Okay, so let's move on. There you can go and copy your cover letter, use it to reapply to any job. When you come here, you notice we have best matches, most recent, and UK only. I don't get to use save jobs. In Upwork, I don't think you should be using save jobs. Why? Because this is a competitive ground. You want to apply as fast as possible, like the fastest finger. So don't go and waste time. Apply and make your money, guys. That's the way I do mine. Okay, so best matches are those ones that best match your profile. And when you come in here, just apply. This is showing that this job was posted 33 minutes ago, like you can see here, 33 minutes ago. Now, it's Power BI data cleanser and data analyst. So I could quickly apply to this job knowing that this person's payment method is verified and this person has spent 3,000 already and has 5-star rating. Only this job they just posted it, so anyone can just quickly go in and apply. So I can just quickly apply. You never can tell, anything can happen. But the next one to it is was posted 5 hours ago. Now let's check what the next one. Let's know if this is sorted according to the time. The next one is 14 hours ago. And let's go again. The next one was 7 hours ago. Now you can see this is not according to the time. So the fact that you have seen the first one does not meaning the first one could be showing you like this showing yesterday. It does not mean that the next one will be yesterday. The next one could be 7 hours ago. So just keep scrolling because the best match for your portfolio. For your portfolio, it's important that you just keep scrolling until you find the job you think you can do. You go in and apply. Now, I like this job. What do? I can just come in here and quickly check this client. So this client has so far done about 25 hires, and there are 2 active persons in there that they are paying currently. Okay, so we have like 10 to 15 persons that applied to this job. Let's see what they have here. They've paid this person 121 hours and 12 hours, $12 per hour for financial modeling expert, research private Brazilian company, 0 hour for this amount. So this could be like a fixed contract. This one is 29 hours, 5.5 per hour. So you just look at this and you see if they meet what you want and you apply. This client seems to be okay. You can see he has a 5-star rating. All you just need to do is to go ahead and apply to this job. And that's how simple it is. This is the job description. Anybody can apply to it in the world. Okay, so if I go to UK only and go, you will see this was posted an hour ago. When I click here, you can still see very short job description, and you look at their rating. Is this something you like? If it is, then you go ahead and apply and then move on. They've only had one job posted. They've only hired only one person in their lifetime here, and they are just 2 years old on Upwork, so they don't use Upwork so frequently. Now, these things are things you look at for when you are applying to job on Upwork. All right, so I am happy to accept any question anytime, be it now or during or anytime. I'm happy to assess your question. If you have more question on how you can begin your journey on Upwork, please comment on the comment section, and I will reach out to you on how you can set up your account, the way you should approach it, and start getting your first client. And if you can make this your go-to place, I can assure you, you will get a job. And it might take a little time, but when you get this job, you will start making a whole lot of difference in your life. All right. So, guys, that is it on this Upwork. And if you want to get more of this from my channel, please ensure to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon. Whenever I am online live like this, you will get you will get notification. And if you and whenever I also post new videos, because I post videos on Excel, Power BI. I'm gonna soon start my Power BI, Looker Studio. I also will soon start up my data engineering tutorials. So just hang in there and follow me. You can also follow me on LinkedIn as Real the Kings. Follow me on X at Real the Kings. I am there, and also TikTok, Real the Kings. I go by the same name so that it will be easy for you to find me. All right, until I see you next, keep analyzing.